I hope you all know that the WNBA doesn't pay my bills. That probably doesn't even cover one of my bills. I'm not sure if she's whining or just being clear. Angel Reese was just smashed by experts after she complained that her WNBA salary wasn't enough to pay her rent. It looks like Angel is going hungry on her $73,000 pay. She is outside whining that her salary doesn't cover her $8,000 a month rent, as if she were living from one paycheck to the next. Yes, I can understand that. Yes, sports do need bad guys. There's nothing wrong with it. The WNBA is more fun because of her. Reese is the most spoiled player in the league, and she seems to think she gets a raise since she hasn't had a scandal in a while. Now we're going again. The main thing that the WNBA players are upset about this offseason is that they have to be paid the minimum pay. Who might have been able to? What is it that you want more money for, Angel? This season you only played in 10 games, while Caitlin Clark sped through 38. Every game, 7,000 people come to see you. Sure, sports need bad guys. There's nothing wrong with it. The WNBA is more fun because of her. And you think you'll get paid as much as LeBron James? You're really playing yourself more than the game. Angel Reese, who calls herself the face of the WNBA, is acting like she's having a terrible time with her life. The woman makes $73,439 a year from the WNBA. Still, she's rude enough to say that it's not enough to pay her $8,000 a month rent. These complaints are now coming from the star. She lives in a place that costs $96,000 a year, and then wonders why her money doesn't make sense. Really? How far away can you get? It's almost like she doesn't understand simple math at all. $8,000 a month isn't rent, it's a choice about how to live. In Chicago, where rent is about $2,000 a month, most people would laugh out loud at these comments. Most people can't spend all of their money on a fancy apartment and then whine about it. Still, Angel Reese is acting like the victim while the rest of the WNBA is working hard to make ends meet. They have a lot of nerve. You pay their bills, baby. Just so you know, the WNBA doesn't pay my bills. That probably doesn't even cover one of my bills. I'm trying to think of how much my rent is for where I live. Don't even get me started on the choices she makes about money. Her show, endorsements, and other sources of income make her a lot of money, so you'd think she would know that renting an expensive place isn't the best idea. Not at all. She's not making smart financial decisions like, say, buying a house or investing. Instead, she's spending money faster than most people can make it. What does she really want to do? Wait for a fairy to come along and fix everything? I have no idea what my pay is. 74? Okay, I have no idea how much I make. What is it that does it? Hey, you don't even know that I'm 70 and on my knees. It's both funny and sad at the same time. She can really show her fellow WNBA players who are having a hard time making ends meet how to live a good life. They don't have advertising deals worth $1 million. They're barely making ends meet on that league pay. Still, here's Reese, complaining about rent as if she weren't getting money everywhere. It's rude to everyone in the league who is really having a hard time staying afloat. Complaint this offseason and the WNBA would be how much they hate their minimum wage pay. Oh, who could have? She really does look like she's holding the world on her shoulders as she stands here. The WNBA is losing a lot of money. This season is expected to lose $50 million. That she thinks she deserves a bigger piece of the pie that doesn't exist. Angel, really? Before you act like you're being cheated, you might want to look at the league's bank sheet. The NBA's charity keeps the WNBA living, but it's not really alive. That's right, yes, kindness. That money from the NBA is what makes this league possible. They understand that this isn't a real business. They know that the NBA gives a lot of money to their league, which helps it stay alive. Do not even bring up the "but," her endorsements point. Even though she has sponsors, let's not act like she's the only player in the league who has to deal with money issues. A lot of her friends are actually having a hard time. It's not possible for them to get a lot of money from endorsements. Their WNBA earnings are just about enough to get by. And then there's Reese, who acts like her own money problems are a national tragedy. That Angel Reese movie was 100%. Tell Emmy. People have ripped her to pieces for this, which is fair. Everyone agrees that the WNBA's pay system is fair, so it's fine to ask for more money. But to act like other people can relate to your trouble with high-end rent. Don't lie. Being around a spoiled kid whine because their new toy isn't shiny enough is like that. While she is away, her friends are over there just trying to pay for the basics of life. But we're supposed to feel sorry for Reese because her expensive way of life is making it hard for her to keep up. I'm not sure if she's complaining or just saying that if she didn't play hoops, she wouldn't be able to pay her $8,000 a month rent. Also, let's not forget that she's clearly missing some lessons on how to handle money. You're a successful athlete who makes a lot of money, but you rent instead of buying a house and spend almost 6 figures a year on rent. That's it? Now you need to think about what Angel Reese is doing with her money. Is it just going away? I guess making a budget isn't as fun as complaining on Facebook. Do all of these things, and then say, "Oh, woe is me." What's that, you ask? I can't handle how mean you all are to me. At this point, it looks like Angel Reese is living in her own reality show. She streamed herself live during the Victoria's Secret fashion show instead of focused on basketball, which is the real sport she gets paid to play. Because it's clear that's what she cares about most. Social media get in the way of real exercise. Others are out working on their games or grinding while Reese is showing off her life as an influencer. So does she play basketball, or is she just another wannabe star looking for likes? I don't think Angel Reese was modeling lingerie because she always talks about how lonely guys on social media are sexualizing her. Men who are lonely look at my bikini shots and tell me how beautiful I look. It's really scary. Oh no. Angel, you talk a big game, but what do you do? They're everywhere. Angel Reese was upset that the waste gifts she gets from the dump aren't enough to pay her Chicago rent. What's even worse is that she never does anything useful with her platform. It would be great if she spoke out about real problems in the WNBA and pushed for change, but she didn't. She's too busy feeling sorry for herself and acting like she's the only one having a hard time. It's an insult to all the players in the league who work hard without getting sponsorship deals and being in the news all the time. Angel, you have the chance to make a difference, but all you do is complain. How many players in the WNBA? They don't have any money. They don't have any deals with brands. Who is going to pay a fake basketball player they don't know to promote their game? The things that matter to her seem to be in a dreamland. Living like she has a blank check to cash is not what she's doing for her future. Instead, she's saving money and investing in herself. But Angel would rather have a self-pity party because her $73,000 salary isn't enough for her fancy tastes. She could be preaching about money and helping her fellow players who are really suffering. It lacks tact, is rude, and is, to be honest, embarrassing. To make things even funnier, she has a podcast and ads as ways to make money, but she still can't figure out how to make it all work. Now you understand that the real issue isn't the pay. The person who spends it. She's not working on building her business or her financial future. Instead, she's yelling into the void about the problems she caused herself. You can't say, "I'm going to be a jerk, I'm going to say bad things, you don't have a ring so I'll show you mine," do all of these things and then say, "Oh, woe is me, what is it, by the way? I can't handle how mean you all are to me." The really scary thing is that she has every chance to be financially stable.